Hey yogis, and thank you for joining me for this session for Yoga for Wind Relief. This is a really great one if you've got a bit of trapped wind you want to get rid of, you're feeling a bit bloated, and the perfect thing is this class is great to do at home. So we're going to start off by sitting and just find a comfortable position that feels nice and tall for you and just relax into the belly as much as you can. Maybe take one hand onto the belly and just start to breathe and allow the belly to move with your breath. And just allowing the belly to become a bit more elastic. And just taking a few moments to really arrive ready for your practice. Growing nice and tall. And whenever you're ready, just reaching the left hand out towards the side, reaching the right arm up and over as you come into this side bend. Now maybe you feel more comfortable in a cross-legged position. You can choose whatever position feels the best for you. If you want to go even lower than that, you can maybe bring the forearm down to the floor, but just keep plugging away to get this hip down. Imagine stretching and reaching your fingers all the way over. If you can just reach even a millimeter more. And then gently find your way back up to the center. Maybe cradle your head back into the middle. And we'll do the other side. So from here, reaching the right hand out towards the side. Reaching the left arm up and over. And maybe you like to stay here or finding your way down to the same place as the last side. Just allow the belly to move with the breath. Reaching those fingers even 1 millimeter more, plugging the hip down. And then gently find your way back into the middle. From here we're going to twist the torso across the body, so you can stay with your legs folded under or cross-legged, whatever's working for you. Bringing one hand to the outside of the opposite knee, and then lengthening and twisting here. Every inhale thinking about breathing space between the vertebrae, and every exhale thinking about opening up and twisting. So getting a nice massage into our digestive system with these spinal twists. Whenever you're ready, gently come back to the center and we'll do the other side. Lengthening and twisting. Allowing the belly to freely move with the breath. And then gently find your way back into the center. The next one, we're making our way into all fours. You can stay on your hands or come onto the forearms if you prefer. So we're working through some rounds of cat-cow here. So tilting the pelvis up and down and moving through the spine. So either you're working here, up and down, or you can work onto the forearms as well. So choose a position that feels more comfortable for you today. And just start to work through a few rounds of this. When you're inhaling, you're opening through the heart and lifting the head up. And on the exhale, you're curving through the spine, taking the head down, tailbone pointing down. And maybe from here we start to rock the hips back a little bit and bring them forwards as we arc, and as we curve we can take them back a little bit. So starting to make this a more exaggerated, bigger movement here. Finding your way back into the center. And then we're just going to start to curve through the spine as if we're drawing circles with the spine. So starting to rotate round in one direction, taking it round a few times one way, and then taking it round a few times in the other direction. Take the seat back towards the heels and we're going to make our way into a child's pose. So hips down towards heels. If you need to pad it out with something in between, maybe a rolled up towel behind your knees could be good, or sit a block underneath your hips. And then reaching the hands forwards, maybe reaching the head down towards the floor or to a block. And just start to think about finding length between the tailbone and the crown of the head. So you lengthen through the torso. And you might start to feel a bit of a pinching in your hips in this posture, so that's okay if you do. Just taking a little bit of time here to allow our body to relax into this one and massaging into the digestive system with this posture. And maybe you like to stay in the center and you're really happy here, so if that's you, just stay there. Otherwise, we're walking the hands over towards the left, bringing the right hand on top of the left, squaring off the shoulders, letting the head drop down so we get a nice side stretch into our child's pose. Take one more breath here. And gently find your way back through the middle. Reset the spine, and then we're working into the other side. So make sure you have enough room, or wiggle over if you need to. Taking the right hand over, left hand on top, and allow the hips to square off, shoulders to square off. And getting this lovely stretch down the left side. And whenever you're ready, gently find your way back to the center and come all the way up to sit. From here, we're moving to lie down on the back. So just finding a comfortable position here. And then we're going to extend through the left leg and bend through the right knee. Interlace the fingers and take the fingers over the top of the right knee. Draw the knee out towards the side and pull the knee in towards the armpit. So you should start to feel a pinching in your right hip. And see if you can point the toes or flex the toes. Just try to have some active engagement all the way through. And when we're working with this right side, we're massaging into the ascending colon. So drawing that knee in. Taking a few breaths here. And gently releasing down. Interlace the fingers, one finger over this time. Bending through the left knee, take the hands on top, draw the knee out towards the side, and then bring it in towards the armpit. Next, we're interlacing the fingers, one finger over, pull the left knee in towards the chest, take the hands on top, draw the knee out towards the side, and in towards the armpit. So we're starting to feel that pinching in the left hip now, massaging into the descending colon. And again, let's see if we can get some engagement all the way to the end of the toes, either by pointing or flexing. And just hugging that knee nice and close. And whenever you're ready, just gently releasing, bending at both knees now and drawing both knees in towards the chest. We want to keep the feet together like this. It's very tempting to cross them over. But try to keep them together. And we're holding onto the knees and drawing the knees in towards the chest. At the same time, I'm really plugging down my tailbone. So it's like I want to get an imprint of my whole spine into the mat. So maybe I can hold onto my knees and I'm about here and this feels comfortable with me. If you want to go further than that, and you can maybe lift up the head, reach the arms over and take hold of opposite elbow, and then just relax the head back down. So starting to feel a pinch in both hips now as we work into this wind relieving pose. So hugging the knees in, tailbone pressing down. And just take a few nice deep breaths here, allowing the belly to move with your breath. Whenever you're ready, just ease off and just grab hold of the front of the knees. I'm just going to draw the knees around in a circle. Just taking them around a few times in one direction and then just bringing them back the other way. And we're going to finish off here with a laying down twist. And so there's a few different ways that you might like to have the legs. I'll give you a couple of options and just choose the one that feels good for you. You can have the arms out to the side like cactus arms, and we're just taking the knees up and over. I'm keeping both my shoulders pressing down and towards the mat, and I can take a block underneath my knees if I can't quite get all the way down. If I want to go further, I can look over in the opposite direction to my knees to get a bit more of a spinal twist going. If you want to go further, maybe you extend the top leg and hold onto your big toe. Maybe you like to have your legs in this Garudasana eagle shape,